Good morning, children. Today we are going to start with exercise 21 probability, question 22. So the question is on the screen. So you can see it is said a ball contains 4 green, a bag contains 4 green, 12 red and a yellow balls. Express in terms of x the probability of getting a yellow ball. When the ball is drawn, the probability of getting a yellow ball is double that of the green ball. And you have to find the number of yellow balls. So we have to understand that number of green balls is 4, number of red balls is 12, and yellow balls we have to assume it as x. And then they have given us a relation that the probability of getting a yellow ball is double that of the green ball. Okay, and then we have to find the number of yellow balls and the probability of getting a red ball. So let's see how to go about this sum. So first you have to write down the sample space, because in a bag there are 4 green balls, 12 red balls and yellow balls are x. So our sample space becomes 16 plus x. Now the probability of yellow ball is means equal to sign, double means 2 of the probability of green ball. So P green ball. Okay, so this is how you have to frame the equation. Children, before also we have done how to frame the equation. So you have to understand that from the question it is said the probability of getting a yellow ball is means equal to sign, double of that of the probability of green ball. So P bracket green ball. Now we have to find the number of yellow balls and the probability of red balls. So as we have been given the relation, probability of yellow ball will find first. So that is number of events, and number of events will be the number of yellow balls drawn. So as there are x balls, there are x possibilities that you can draw yellow balls when you're picking up the ball. So x possibilities are there out of the sample space 16 plus x. And probability of green ball, drawing a green ball, is number of events upon number of sample space. So number of events here for green ball, as you can see that the number of green ball was 4. So out of 4 possibilities are there out of 16 plus x. So now as the relation is P yellow ball is equal to double P green ball. So x upon 16 plus x is equal to 2 into 4 upon 16 plus x. Now 16 plus x gets cancelled. So we are left with x is equal to 8. So now we get the value for the yellow ball which they have asked us to find, that is x. So x is equal to 8. Now children, here they have said you have to find the probability of red ball. So that you have to understand that once you get x, you will be able to substitute in the sample space as 16 plus x. So 16 plus 8 will give you the value, and then you have to find the probability of red ball, as number of events will be for red ball, that is 12 upon 16 plus x, which is the sample space. Now 16 plus 8 will give you 24. Okay. After that you have to divide 12 and 24 and you have to get the answer for probability of red ball. So this you will be doing as homework and posting it. Okay. Now we go to the next question. So in the next question it is said, when 3 coins are tossed simultaneously, what is the probability of getting 3 tails, exactly 2 tails, at least 2 tails, at most 1 tail? Children, I have told you before also, whenever it is at least and at most, for at least 2 and more than that, and at most means 1 and below that. So whenever most is there, understand this is the topmost criteria. Below that, all numbers will be included. Means 1 tail or no tail. And at least means 2 or more than that. So 2 tails or 3 tails. Okay, children. So now let's see first. 3 coins are tossed. So as I have told you before, whenever we are writing 3 coins, our sample space, we have to list the sample space, but how to understand that you have listed it properly? 2 raised to 3 is the formula, because 2 sides, heads and tails, and raised to 3 because 3 coins are tossed. So 2 raised to 3 becomes 8. Now here you can see that there are 8 possibilities: HHH, TTT, HTH, THT, HHT, TTH, THH, HTT. So there are 8 possibilities. Now to find probability 3 tails, exactly 2 tails, at least 2 tails, and at most 1 tail. So first we have to find 3 tails. So event is 3 tails. And when you are observing from the listed sample space, you can see 3 tails means only one possibility we have. So 3 tails is TTT. So number of events, because it is only one possibility, so we write number of event is equal to 1. Okay, children, don't get confused. Understand that once you list, it will help you to understand that how many possibilities are there for the given event. Okay, so list it properly. Logically, if you see, once you write HHH and TTT, you have to just flip, one at a time. Suppose if you are flipping the first one over here, you can see T, keep other two same. And now flip this H. And then let that simultaneously go to the second one and then the third one. So one at a time you have to flip, and you have to understand that you will get all 8 possibilities. Okay, so there is only one possibility for 3 tails. So probability of 3 tails is equal to number of event upon number of sample space. So number of event is 1 and number of sample space is 8. So 1 upon 8. Okay, children. After this, we go to the next part. In the next part, it is said the event is exactly 2 tails. So exactly 2 tails means there has to be 2 tails. So it is, if you see the sample space from here, you can see that the sample space, at least 2 tail means this is the one possibility. This is one more possibility, that is TTH, THT, TTH, HTT. Okay, so at least exactly 2 tails means 2 tails are 3 possibilities from this listed sample space. So from the listed sample space, we have event at least 2 tails. So we were on exactly 2 tails. So HTT, TTH, THT. So number of events is 3. So now exactly 2 tails probability is equal to number of events upon number of sample space. So number of events is 3 upon 8. Now you cannot divide it further. So this is your final answer. Okay, children. Now the next is event is at least 2 tails. Now the word at least has come. So at least means 2 or more than 2. So 2, already you have listed 2 tails. So you have to just copy that again. And 3 tails, there is one possibility, so which we have written over here. So like that 4 possibilities are there, 2 tails or more than that. So 4 is the number of events. So probability of at least 2 tails is number of event upon number of sample space. So number of event is 4. 4 upon 8, and when you cancel 4 ones are 4 twos are 8. So answer becomes 1 upon 2. 1 upon 2 is the answer. So now we go to the next. In the next, it is at most 1 tail. When you're saying at most 1 tail means 1 or below. Most word, just you keep it in mind that whenever word most is said, most means 1 is the at most category, and below that, so 1 or no tail, that should be counted. So 1 tail you can see from the listed sample space, HTH, THH, because there is 1 tail, and HHT. So 1 tail. So 3 possibilities, and no tail means all 3 heads. So again you can see there are 4 possibilities here. So number of events is 4. So probability of at most 1 tail is number of event upon number of sample space. So number of event is 4, 4 upon 8. And when you cancel it, 4 ones are 4 twos are. So answer becomes 1 upon 2. So at most 1 tail is 1 upon 2. Okay, children. Now we go to the next. In the next question, it is said, cards are marked with number from 10 to 50. are well shuffled. One card is drawn at random. What is the probability that it is a number divisible by 5? So you have to understand that the cards which are over here, so if if we draw the cards, so these are the cards how I had drawn last time. So these are not the playing cards. These are the cards which are having number on it. So this is one card. This is the second card. Like that, there are cards which are marked till 50, but this time the card number is starting from 10. So if you're starting from 10, then 1 to 9 numbers are missing and it is still 50. So then how to find out, the last number is 50, the first number is 10, and there are all cards between this. Okay. So now you have to understand that 50, out of that, when you subtract 9, you have to write minus 9 to understand that what is the sample space. The reason is 9 cards which were in the beginning, that 9 cards are removed and it has started from 10. So 10 to 50, that means 10, 9 cards are removed. So 50 minus 9, you get the sample space as 41. Okay, children. So now this 41 cards are the number of sample space, that is n bracket s is 41 cards. So now you have to find that the probability that the number is divisible by 5. So you have to understand that if it is divisible by 5, how you have to select the events, how you have to list the numbers, and then find the number of events. So all that, do it carefully. If you do it carefully, you will not feel it hard. So be careful, take your time, understand the topic properly, what is asked, understand the event properly, and then do it. So no formulas are there, so it's not very hard, children. You can score marks easily over here. So let's see how to go about this question. So sample space, as I have told you, it is starting from 10. So the way how to list the sample space, it is 10, 11, and then till 50. So number of sample space is 41. To find the probability of the number divisible by 5, a perfect square, a multiple of 3 and 4, and one of the digits of 5. Means the card has one of the digits of 5, that probability you have to find. So first one, event divisible by 5. So we have to list all the numbers between 10 and 50 which are divisible by 5. So 10 is divisible by 5, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. So now you have to count these numbers. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9, number of events is 9. So probability that the number is divisible by 5 is number of events upon number of sample space. So number of event is 9 and sample space is 41. So 9 upon 41. Now the next one, a perfect square. So you can see number which are perfect squares between 10 to 50. How to list this down? You can just say 1 ones are 1, 2 twos are 4. So 1 to 9 cards are missing, so you can't take 1. So what you do is you just list it down. You can just write the square table. 1 ones are 1, 2 twos are 4, 3 threes are 9, and 4 fours are 16. So now you understand that 1 to 9 cards are omitted, means because it's not there in the sample space. That's the reason you don't have to take it. So this gets cancelled. Okay. So you have to understand that these numbers as it is, we are not going to consider. So this gets cancelled. So you have to start with 16. And then just write the table still, the number, it ends before 50. So 4 4s are 16, 5 5s are 25, 6 6 are 36, 7 7s are 49, 8 8s are 64 is after 50. So we are not going to take that. So all these numbers which are between 10 to 50, we have listed them. So it is 16, 25, 36 and 49. So you can see number of event for this particular case is 4. Okay. So probability of a perfect square is number of event upon number of sample space. So that is 4 upon 41. So that's your answer. Okay, children. Now we go to the next part of the question. In the next part of the question, they have said a multiple of 3 and 4. So children, whenever it is and word is there, means it should be divisible by, it should be a multiple of 3. Multiple of 3 means it should come in the table of 3 and it should be present in the table of 4 also. So both the conditions should be satisfied if it is and. So whenever it is and, please write it down when you're writing so that you'll not get confused when you're doing the other sum. So uh, both conditions should be satisfied. Write it down in your notebook. Condition should be satisfied. So it should be a multiple of 3 and 4 both. Means it should be in the table of 3 as well as in the table of 4. So when you're writing the table of 3 and 4, so you can see 3 4s are 12 and 4 3s are 12. So 12, it comes in both the tables. 24. 3 8s are 24, 4 6s are 24. 3 12s are 36, 4 9s are 36. 3 3 16s is 48 and 4 12s is 48. So you can see that these are the numbers which are between 10 and 50 and are the multiple of both 3 and 4. So there are 4 numbers. So number of events is 4. And then when you're writing a probability of a multiple of 3 and 4, number of event upon number of sample space. So 4 upon 40. Okay, children. Now, after this, we go to the next. Here, you can see the event is one of the digits should be 5. Means when you're writing the 2-digit number, one of the digit, either the units place digit or the tens place digit should be 5. So between 10 to 50, you can see 15, 25, 35, 45 and 50. These are the 2-digit numbers where one of the digit is 5. So number of event is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number of event is 5. Now probability that one of the digits is 5 is equal to number of event upon number of sample space. That is 5 upon 41. Okay. So this is your final answer. Now I hope you have found the answer for all the questions that what were asked. So you can see there were 4 sub questions in this question and we have done with all. Okay. Now we go to the next question. Question 25. In question 25, it is said there are 8 cards. So as there are 8 cards, so again this card is not a playing card. These are the different cards where the letter are written on the card. So these are the cards where letters are written. So in one of the card it is A. In second card it is B. Then in third card it is C, D, E, A, E, O. Like that letters are written on the cards. And the card is randomly picked up from the set. What is the probability that it is a vowel, consonant and letter E? That is what we have to find. So we go to the sum now, how to go about it. So here you can see sample space. I have listed all the letters which are there on the card. So A, B, C, D, E, A, E, O. Now though E is repeated, A is repeated, you have to list all the letters which are given. So now, so just remember that don't think that as it is repeated, we have to take it only once. No, you have to list down everything, whatever is given, though it is repetition. So now number of sample space is 8 because you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 letters are there. So number of sample space is 8. To find probability that it is a vowel, to find probability that it is a consonant, and to find probability that it is a letter E. So first event, vowel. So as you can see, it's vowel. So A, E, and O. These are the vowels. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number of events is 5. Now probability that it is a vowel is number of event upon number of sample space. So number of event is 5 and number of sample space is 8. So the answer is 5 upon 8 because you cannot cancel it. Okay. Now next, event consonant. So you have to see from the listed sample space which are the consonants. Now vowels means you have learnt in lower classes A, E, I, O, U. These are the vowels. And consonant means leaving all this from A to Z, all other letters are consonants. So A, E, I, O, U are vowels. Rest other than these 5 letters, all alphabets from A to Z are consonant. So here you can see B is consonant, C is consonant, and D is consonant. So here you have to list which are the consonants. So B, C, D. Number of events then becomes 3 because there are 3 letters. So probability that it will be a consonant is number of event upon number of sample space. So number of event is 3. Number of sample space is 8. So 3 upon 8. Okay. Now next is event is letter E. So there are, you can see in the listed sample space, there are 2 possibilities of letter E in the sample space. So there are 2 possibilities in the event because letter E they have said. So number of event is 2. When you're writing probability bracket letter E is equal to number of event upon number of sample space. Number of event is 2. Total sample space is 8. So 2 ones are 2 fours are 8. So answer is 1 upon 4. Okay, children. Now look here. We have done all the 3 probabilities what they have asked us to find. Now we go to the next question. That is the 26th question. In 26th question, they have said, when 2 dice are rolled together, find the probability that the sum of the numbers on the uppermost faces of the dice is 4 or 5. Okay. And the second is more than that. So 2 dice are rolled together. So when 2 dice are rolled, I have told you before also, your sample space is 36. Remember this, children. Sample space is 36. Okay. So now your 2 dice are rolled together. So you have to list it as 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3 and so on till 6, 6. So your sample space is 36. Okay. 6. We have seen that picture below in the slides before when we were doing the sum, that if one of the dice is having 1 to 6 and the other dice is also having 1 to 6, then 6 into 6 is 36 number of sample space. Now you have to find the probability that the uppermost face has the sum of the uppermost, because they said sum of the numbers on the uppermost face. So here just write it down that the sum is 4 or 5. Okay, the word sum has to come, which is missing here all over. Everywhere you have to write the sum. Sum is more than 10 and sum is less than 6. Okay, so it's sum. Now uppermost face has sum 4 or 5. So whenever or word is there, you have to take all the conditions where the sum will be 4 and the sum will be 5. So when it is and the one, both the condition has to be satisfied. So here you have to take such numbers where both the condition will be satisfied in that one number. But when it is or, you have to take all the possibilities of where the sum will be 4 and the sum will be 5. Like all the possibilities where you can see there are the addition is 4 and all the possibilities where the addition is 5. So that is the difference. Or means you have to include all the possibilities, and means you have to include only those possibilities where both the conditions are set. Okay. So now let's see how to go about this question. So Your event is uppermost space has 4 or 5 as the sum. The sum is 4 or 5. So you can see first here we have taken 1 comma 4 is 5. 4 comma 1 is 5. 2 comma 3 is 5. 3 comma 2 is 5. For there is no other possibility for 5. Okay. Then for 4 it is 1 comma 3 is 4. 3 comma 1 is 4. And 2 comma 2 is 4. So for this, how you have to understand that how to figure out that these numbers are possible. So for that, what you have to do is you have to start with the smaller number. Suppose if you are starting with 4, okay. So suppose if you are planning to find the sum is 4. So you start with the for one die the smaller number. So 1. So what will be the second number on the second die? It will be 3. So now one condition so same what you do, reverse the order. So it will be 3, comma 1. Okay, so now you have reversed the order. After that, you go to the next number, that is 2. So what should be the next, the number on the other die? It should be 2. So 2 comma 2. Now you can't have the reverse because it's going to give you the same thing. After that, you go to 3. Now once you go to 3, you know that you have already selected 3 comma 1. So that possibility you can't take. Now after that, if you are going to have the other digit like 4, 0 is not possible. So only 3 possibilities are there for 4. Similarly, you figure it out for 5 as well. Okay, children? So this is how you have to go about it. And still, if you have difficulty, please write to me in the comment box. I will get back to you. Now, number of events from this, whatever we have listed is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can see number of events is 7. Okay. So now probability of uppermost spaced sum is 4 or 5 is number of event upon number of sample space, that is 7 upon 36. So that is the answer. Now next is event sum is more than 10. So when you want sum is more than 10, so as I have told you before also that you have to write down that number is 10 and go from the smaller number. So 1 plus 9 is not possible. 2 plus 7 because 7 is not there on the die. So not possible. 3 plus when you take 3 plus 7 is also not possible. So now you have to understand that it is 4 plus 6 for 10. But it is said more than 10. That means you have to understand that more than 10. It is more than 10. Okay, the number should be greater than 10. So you have to start with 11. So 11 means it has to be 6 plus 5, 5 plus 6 and 6 plus 6. Only 3 possibilities are there. Okay, that is how you have to figure it out. So you can see 1, 2, 3. There are 3 number of events. So probability that the sum is more than 10 is number of events upon number of sample space. So number of events is 3 and number of sample space is 36. So when you cancel it, 3 ones are, 3 ones are, 3 twos are. So answer becomes 1 upon 12. So probability that the sum is more than 10 is 1 upon 12. Okay, children. Now we go to the next. Question. In the next question, it is said a card is drawn at random from a well shuffled deck of 52 playing cards. Find the probability that it is not a diamond, neither an ace nor a heart, a club or a face card, a red or a king, an ace and a queen. Children, here you have to remember that whenever it is or, you have to include all the possibilities, and whenever it is and, you have to only find that possibility where both the conditions are satisfied. So you have to be very careful when you are doing this. Again, you have to remember when it is not word use, not a diamond. Means whatever number are there for diamond, you have to subtract it from the total number of cards, and that card will become the event which is left, the remaining one. Same thing for neither an ace and nor a heart. So let's see how to go about this. So well shuffled deck of playing cards means number of sample is 52. Okay, because there are 52 playing cards. Now probability that it is not a diamond. So as we have seen that not a diamond means as there are 13 cards of diamond. Okay, 13 cards of diamond and it is not a diamond means you have to find the remaining cards. Okay, so 52 minus 13 you have to do. Don't just forget to subtract because children make this mistake and you get the answer wrong. So 52 minus 13 you get 39. So number of event upon number of sample space. So 39 upon 52. Now you can see both the numbers are divisible by 13. So 13 threes are 39, 13 fours are 52. So it is 3 upon 4. Okay, after that event is neither an ace nor a heart. So neither an ace nor a heart means again you have to remove these cards. Okay, whenever not, neither, nor words comes, you have to find out that many number of cards, the condition given, and you have to subtract it from the total number of cards. And whatever is the remaining, that becomes the event. So as you can see, there are 4 ace and 13 hearts. But in 13 hearts, 1 ace is there. Okay, 1 ace of heart I have shown. So this 1 ace is already included in this 4 ace. So what you have to do is you have to take 4 ace plus 12 because already 1 ace is included here. So 13, from 13 you have to understand that only 12 hearts will be included. So 4 plus 12, the total 16 cards has to be removed. So 52 minus 16, you get 36. So your number of events for neither an ace nor a heart is 36 upon 52. And when you divide it with 4, so 4 nines are 36, 4 ones are 4 threes are 12. So it becomes 9 upon 13. Okay, children. So you get the answer for the probability neither an ace nor a heart as 9 upon 30. Now we go to the next. Event is club or a face card. Club or a face card. So you know 13 clubs are there. So when or is there, you have to include both the conditions. So 13 clubs, which includes 3 face cards. So these face cards are already included over here. And so you have to say remaining cards which are there. There are 3 in each set. So 3 in other 3 sets. So 3 threes are 9. So 13 plus 9 is 22 cards. 22 cards. So that is the event because whenever or is there, you have to include both the conditions. So 13 clubs, 3 face cards are already included. The 3 from the other sets becomes 3 threes are 9. So 13 plus 9 is 22 cards. So this is the number of events. So probability of club or a face card is number of event upon number of sample space, that is 22 upon 52. And when you cancel it with 2, 2 ones are 2 ones are, 2 twos are 4, 1 carry over to 6 are. So 11 upon 26 is the answer. Now, if you see the next which is given, which we have to find the probability is a red or a king. That means a red or a king, again or word is there, means you have to include all red cards and you have to include all cards which have king as a face card. So there are 2 sets of red cards. So 2 13s are 26. 2 kings are already included here, means you have to include 2 kings from the other 2 sets. So 2 2 cards of king, you know, face card which has king on it. So 26 plus 2 becomes 28 cards total. So number of event is 28. Now probability a red or a king, number of event upon number of sample space. So number of event is 28 upon 52. So when you divide it with 4, so 4 sevens are 28, 4 ones are 4, 1 carry over, 4 threes are 12. So it becomes 7 upon 13. Okay, children. Now we go to the next. Event is an ace and a queen. So here both the conditions should be satisfied. So have you seen any ace card, that is A is written and queen is also there in one card? So it's not possible. Both the conditions are not found on the same card. So this possibility is not possible. That means the number of event is 0 for this. So probability an ace and a queen is number of event upon number of sample space, where you can see number of event is 0 upon 52. So 0 upon 52 is 0. Okay, children. So I hope till here it's clear. And if you have any doubt, please write it in the comment box. I'll get back to you. Okay, children. And practice these sums again and again, so that if you have any doubt, you will get to know if you practice, more time, and similar type of sums from the miscellaneous you have to solve. Okay, children, thank you.